Well, if you sent your child out the door this morning with a backpack full of heavy textbooks, you soon might not need to worry about just how they're going to lug them around all day. Secretary of Education Arne Duncan is pushing for printed textbooks to become obsolete within the next few years. Now, one local district already has made the switch over to iPads, but as Jennifer Lukey shows us tonight, it won't be quite as simple for some of those larger schools out there.
There are 125 middle and high school students here in Sharon Springs, and each and every one of them now has an iPad.
So H equals -1 and K equals 4.
A number of local districts have some digital readers that are used mainly in the classroom, but Sharon Springs is part of a pilot program funded mostly by BOCES that assigns each student an iPad for the entire school year. If it's lost or stolen, parents are responsible for replacing it. The students have had the iPads for just over a month now and say for the first few weeks it was a lot to get used to, but now it's smooth sailing. Smooth sailing for them, but a bit of a bumpy road for the district.
Downloading a textbook is not as simple as downloading a book on your Kindle at home. It's much more involved. There's various layers of protections built in by the textbook manufacturing companies, which I totally get, but it makes it a little bit more cumbersome for schools to download textbooks than we were initially led to believe.
And then, of course, there's price.
There's no doubt that the licenses are a lot cheaper than buying a book at this point. But I'm sure that there's the publishers are going to want to charge an annual fee for updating the book and so on and so forth. So it's kind of a different animal than just buying a book and keeping that for 5, 6, 7 years.
In a smaller district, the cost may level out, but in a bigger district that requires thousands of books, it may end up costing more. And while some teachers have taken the initiative to train themselves on how to best use the iPads, it's a very different style of teaching.
They have a whole different grading system, and they have to change their teaching around a lot compared to what it was like before we got the iPads.
In the end, the proof will be in the test results, and that's what most districts are waiting to see before making the investment.
I find it helpful, especially when a question arises that maybe even a teacher wouldn't really know how to describe. There's websites and links and whatnot that you can actually click on that would lead you to something to help you answer a question.
In Sharon Springs, Jennifer Lukey, CBS 6 News.
Well, we checked in with several other districts today in the area. The superintendent of Albany Schools tells us that they have 1,000 netbooks that are used in the classroom by students and teachers, but they are not allowed to take them home.